Yeah.
All right, but enough with the small talk. Tell us, why did you choose to enter
Why
the
are you
music industry?
here?
Yeah, why are you here? Why do you
Here,
exist?
we'll let you in.
Yeah, what's up? Like, tell us, like, what's your shtick? You know, because we both went to the same
Yes.
college together. So did Andrew over there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's our senpai. 10 years. Woo!
Oh, yeah, there we go, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, me and Daniel, we met originally at SUNY Oneonta. We were through the music industry program.
I regret every moment of it.
Well, the music, why did I want to go in the music industry? Well, it started like a year and a half before I even started at Oneonta because like my sophomore year in high school, I started a band with a few of my friends. We were like an indie rock band, and we just played shows in Staten Island, like around the ferry. That's where like all the local venues would be. And we started playing shows around there, like my sophomore year, junior year, 2014. And that was when I was scouting colleges, you know, we all were. And you kind of get that pressure from like your parents or your family, like a normal pressure, like what are you gonna go to school for? So I thought it would just be like business, marketing, like something like...
Yeah, something that made sense, something that would
Something that
actually
makes money, something
make,
that has a
yeah,
job.
make you money.
Just like this is something to basically shut them up. Because like, I didn't know what I wanted. I was like 15, 16. You know what I mean? But then once I started doing that, I was one who would like, it just naturally happened. Like it wasn't like it was on purpose. I would just like talk to a lot of people at shows on Facebook. I would book shows through Facebook. Would like put up the event pages on Facebook. That was like our booking back then. We didn't know what we were doing, and we would sell CDs. I printed our first like 5-song EP, trying to like keep the dream alive of CDs or whatever. But like that made me fall in love with the business part of it. Like, oh, how could I monetize this? Could I maybe go to school for something like this? Because it'd be great to like, I don't want to just do business in school, like something kind of where I don't really know and it's just general. How could I dive into it more specified? So then I found the program like in Oneonta. I went to a couple other schools like Drexel I almost went to. That would have been like ridiculous tuition.
Yeah.
Out of pocket, like private school. But that's basically where it started, like 2014, booking my own shows and like playing a couple shows in Manhattan and Staten Island with like my high school band.
Okay, cool.
That made me want to like be in it. Like how can I make a living doing this? That'd be pretty sick. You know? Stuff like that.
So I gotta be honest with you, it's an ongoing joke between everybody here.
Everybody here, David, or just me and you?
Just me.
No, but it's
Okay,
fun.
yeah.
Like people. I mean, like
You already know what I'm
hilarious.
gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say.
I'm from New Jersey.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like,
People need to have fun with
this. Riddle me
Have
this.
fun with it.
Staten Island. 3 bridges to Jersey. 1 bridge to New York City.
You know why?
Why?
Because we're the ones that smell. They don't want us over here. It's okay. I agree. It's okay. We had, you know, but you have to have fun with it.
I almost
Wait,
didn't
wait,
have
wait.
you
You can't
on
take it too
because
seriously.
you were
People
from
take it too
Jersey.
seriously.
I mean, you were
Yeah,
from.
but
Yeah,
like,
I
why
almost
do
didn't
you-
want to have you on.
Yeah. If you look at the map, we basically got cut off from it. It looks like we were a part of it. And I found out that we were basically like, it was decided by a boat race. It's probably a folklore.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun with it. It's hilarious, yeah.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, but...
You can't take it too seriously.
But I mean, just like, yeah. So, what are you doing these days in kind of like, you know, the music industry? Like, what's up with you? Because you know, we both graduated college like around the same time. The pandemic came, kind of like, well, for me, kind of like destroyed all of my,
Hopes
you
and
know,
dreams.
yeah, basically, right. All of, you know, I was planning some big stuff, but then the pandemic came, kind of like.
See, that's the great thing about the pandemic, right? So like,
Oh, yeah,
if
just
you're-
like
if
destroying
you're,
all my career
like,
opportunities?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, like, it's like, oh yeah, I suck, but oh, it's because of the pandemic, man.
Yeah, you just blame
And then
everything
get
on
like
the
a year,
pandemic.
just like mope around, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you know.
Yeah. But like, yeah, just like tell us, like, or tell everybody, like, what's up with you? Like, what are you aspiring to? What are you doing right now?
What I was doing, like fall of 19, right before the pandemic, for 6 months, I was freelancing and working in like off-Broadway venues and theaters. I was working as an audio technician, like an A2 and also just as a general system tech. But no, I was working as an audio tech in off-Broadway theaters. That's what I was doing before the pandemic, and that kind of shuttered everything once the pandemic hit. I was on unemployment for a while. I was releasing music, doing freelance like audio engineering just for like artists, like a couple singer-songwriters in Brooklyn, stuff like that. I tried day trading to make money in the pandemic. That was fun. It went well. Then it didn't go well and all that. So yeah,
As day
How much
trading
money did
does.
you lose?
I didn't lose any. I made some, but
Oh, okay.
I put money in crypto, all that. But it was really a risk. It was really not worth the stress. But just because I didn't have any other, you know, it was just like a fun experiment, whatever. But
Did you pull money out of Doge before it like took off?
no, I put $20 in Doge. It got destroyed because it crashed. But I, you know, because it was just kind of fun. But no, I was day trading to kind of like make ends meet, and like I was just like doing stuff like you know, Tesla, Apple, random shit. But then mostly audio engineering. Doing like Pro Tools sessions, Logic sessions. Then once everything came back in like September, I started working in as a freelance audio tech again. But then throughout this year, there's been podcasts and music. That's what I want to do moving forward. Do you remember even Oneonta, like, I think we even met at Woney too. We did the college radio station. That was really fun. And at first I didn't even know if I wanted to get back in podcasting because like I didn't want to do it at home. Then you have to go to a studio. And it could be a lot sometimes, like logistically. And you want to have people on, and like I didn't want to do it necessarily on my own. That's not as fun. Yeah. I would definitely do that, but
there's only so many white guys that can do podcasts before it gets boring, you know?
You just have to.
You gotta change it up. You gotta have fun with it, yeah. But what I'm doing now is that freelancing as an audio tech, and I work for a couple of media production companies, setting up these productions with Off-Broadway, and just putting out music and podcasts. And I'm just gonna keep going with this, see where it goes.
Yeah, because so like one of the things that we were talking about in our podcast, again, you know, we kind of like graduated a year apart, but we started school together, whatever. But like for you, like, do you think going to school for like music business was like worth it, or do you think you should have gone for like, you know, marketing, business, you know, more like general sort of like majors?
I definitely have had my ups and downs with it. I don't regret it because even like my time at Oneonta, I valued it a lot, like the people I met. Some of the professors were really great, and I liked how at least the program was smaller. Like you had one-on-one time, you know what I mean? But I don't know, part of me wishes like, what if I would have saved that money and put it into other things right away from like 18 years old and on? But at the end of the day, like, no, I ultimately am glad I went through with it. But then I also may have wished, I don't regret it, but I wish it could have like, at times been a little more complicated or led to more, I don't know. It's hard to explain because, like I said, like everyone I met, even probably only here now because we went there. But the pandemic kind of like 180'd everything. Like I feel like if I would have known a pandemic would have hit, maybe I wouldn't have went to college. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
now,
sure,
yeah, because now especially it's like, is it really, everything's changed so much in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, like I keep getting emails from like the government saying, yo, you already know January 2022 is, you know, getting closer, bro. You gotta pay those loans back. You like to get away? No.
Well, like even the question you asked, like, what is your answer to that? What do you think?
Oh boy, I mean, yeah, sure. I met great people like you, Andrew, my friend Janice over here, and Miltrick. Yeah, but like, are you guys worth $20,000
or 4 people?
Yeah, no, not like only
people.
for 4 people.
Yeah,
like around like 200 people, I would say.
Good friends.
Yeah.
Or 20K.
I could do a lot of damage with 20K, but
could make a lot
you know,
more friends
I'm just
with 20K.
like, no. Because the thing with me is that I'm waiting for one of my friendships to get me some sort of like, you know, $20,000 deal, like opportunity. So
it's basically just
one of you guys
yeah.
better come through for me sooner or later, you know.
No, for sure, yeah. Whatever happens, like, yeah. No, for sure.
No, but I would say like, yeah, with like all the opportunities, yeah, college was like worth it. If like only for like the friends that I made along the way and like the opportunities. Yeah.
I mean, I guess what ours was still like liberal arts, so I guess even though it was kind of like hybrid business or marketing, but like what would you think it exactly was, to be honest?
It was like junior year, and I had failed the Pro Tools certification test twice, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I love my professors, they're great guys, love the facilities, but literally like Pro Tools, you could just teach yourself everything we learned in class, just like online, and that's when I was like starting to feel that, you know, maybe like college wasn't the best option for me financially, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, like I use Logic now mostly anyway.
Yeah, they teach us Logic. Yeah.
So it's like, I guess the certification would be clutch, you can put it on your LinkedIn, but like, you know what I mean?
Have you ever landed a job through like LinkedIn or like any of those websites? Please say no.
I have not. Because even like, the job I have now, it was mostly through like someone I met, like through like audio and live events, but it wasn't LinkedIn. It was like an in-person and kind of led to it. And it was based on like an in-person interaction.
Yeah, networking.
You know what I mean?
Networking.
Yeah. Only have gotten like 2 interviews technically. Like, I think I had 2 interviews from it. You know what I mean? But it was only a first round interview. It didn't lead to anything. You know, a lot of companies now they have like the 2-3 round interviews where you kind of left in the dark for a little.
Just hire me. Like, why do you need to see my face 3 times?
And it takes like 3 or 4 weeks.
They're just trying to win you guys out. It's like, you know what? these guys are not gonna cut it. I just don't want to say
Squid
no.
Game it, just
I don't
like-
want to say no.
Yeah.
Let them, you know,
It's, a
find
whole,
something
it's
else.
like a whole ring around, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't technically from that. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Even though, you think it's like a magical thing. It's like the business Facebook. It's like,
No, never. I still get notifications from like LinkedIn, like random stuff. Oh, like this friend just got a job at this like major label. I'm like, oh hey buddy, good for you. I'm still here struggling.
Gotta get a
like,
job,
there's,
too.
there's
Yeah,
so
gotta get a
many.
job, too.
It's probably just like the law of numbers. It's just maybe they do it or know someone, but also there's so many applicants. Like even when like I've seen on like Glassdoor, like wherever, it's like oh like I see how you patch up to 200 applicants. Like
I'm not gonna win.
you think they're probably even looking at cover letters and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
yeah.
I don't know if they are. It's like like
Yeah.
it's probably so tedious.
Basically,
You
the
know,
job
like-
market is all nonsense, and you will get a job through sheer luck. I feel like, because that was it with me. Like just like the
Yeah.
jobs that I have now, literally just like sheer luck and just me putting myself out there.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But again, from the college dropout, anyone got any questions for us college graduates?
Yeah. What are
interviewing me
taxes?
now.
Taxes? How do those things work? Do they teach out in college?
No,
It sounds like you have the most
I
fun
don't
job.
know
You get
how
to
to do
travel around the
taxes
city.
because of
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
They met out of high school. They never taught us how to do taxes. So like,
Yeah, we went to an architecture school. They didn't do it.
they taught you taxes. Did you guys learn taxes?
Really?
In,
Wow.
yeah. Like you didn't learn taxes in high school.
High school? True.
I learned how to
That
cheat
would
on my
be really
taxes
cool
in high
if they
school.
would have given us like kind of like the basics. Like
So
I
they
didn't get
taught
taught
you
the
how to
basics.
learn-
No, I
how to-
didn't.
Oh, sorry.
That would have been cool if they did. Like we had my second part of my senior year, we had like an economics class, but we didn't learn about any like personal finances. It was just like the state of things in like the spring of 15. But it was
Yeah.
kind of like BS. It wasn't like
Just all theory.
useful information. Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
about taxes, like liabilities, all that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool though, honestly.
Yeah, it would have helped me a long way. Yeah, but
I don't know. I feel like we're in the same sort of like boat, and I'm $20,000 less in debt than you. Not by much.
Oh, thanks
Yeah,
for
but
that.
I'm catching up, bro. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
I'll get
other
as much
things?
debt. Yeah, you know.
Like, what's like next for you in terms of just like career moves? I know that you're also doing a podcast, but like
Yeah,
what's
were you
like,
competing with us?
No. I'm all the way like 2 oceans away, dude. I'm just hanging out.
2 oceans or 2 rivers?
2 rivers. Well,
Two
it's like
rivers.
the same distance basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Same
Yeah.
distance basically.
Yeah.
No, I'm just having fun, just talking to people. Like, I have a studio right by the ferry. So, yeah, it's just fun, just having fun.
Right by the
I will
ferry,
say,
like
though,
on the
I will
Manhattan
say-
side, or like
No,
the.
no,
No, like right off the ferry, like in St. George,
Oh,
Staten
okay,
Island.
okay.
I will say though that his studio is nicer than ours when it comes to like podcasting. Like it's definitely a little bit more polished than we are.
No, we
so.
just don't know what we're doing. Like even right now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
What are we doing?
See, there you go. No, but like just like give us a rundown about what's coming up for your like own sort of like
Yeah. What's next? Like I said, I'm releasing a new song Friday. I'm just going into 2022 with new music and podcasts every month. That's just like the focus moving forward is new podcasts and music. That's where I realized I wanted to.
What's the name
like,
of your podcast?
What is that?
What's the name of your podcast?
The name of my podcast is Miltrick Media. Miltrick Media. That's also the record label that I started last year, where I release all my music under on Spotify, Apple, Google, and YouTube. We have video and audio every Wednesday, and that's the name of the podcast, just Miltrick Media.
How can we compete? We don't even put out like even podcasts for the past like month or so.
I don't know.
So we have
But
to
should
go
just
give
quit.
it that?
Like this is the last episode of the podcast.
Oh,
so,
thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you. I'm kicking you off.
Anyway, look, if you kick me off, both me, I could survive without you, you can't survive without me.
This is true. This is very true. So I should be treating you a lot nicer than I
Yeah,
am.
you should.
But I won't.
Yeah, instead of
No, but
calling
you
me
guys
names.
are actually, I want to thank you because you guys were because I started releasing my solo music in April 2020 is when I dropped my first song, but you guys were the first podcast that invited me on. And we did that back in March, so no, I want to thank you, I appreciate it. And also then I appreciate you came on an episode, that's actually dropping tonight, so I'm really excited to have the video and audio out for that. It talks about a lot of great things. You definitely have to come on.
Yeah, sure,
That'd be
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, like, bro, between the winter and between me living in like Jamaica, and
Yeah.
it might be a spring thing, but I'll come eventually. I
You're
promise you.
You're in Jamaica, Queens right
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I am far out, but we'll see what happens.
No, yeah, no worries. That is out there. That's out there.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. But like, so we like to end off kind of like our like episodes, our discussions with like the question, like, how do you think New York City has like influenced you as like, you know, a person, an artist, well, as like a creative person, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely influenced me for the better. I love it. It's like, it's filled with adrenaline, it's exhilarating to me. It's made me realize like all the possibilities out there, like especially working in Manhattan, Brooklyn, even just like the people you meet, like the randomness of it all, like the spontaneity. It's influenced me to take more risks and to like not think as much. Especially now, like we're kind of, now I feel like I've come to that realization in the last few months. Like I'm just kind of pulling the trigger on more ideas and not even really, I'm becoming more efficient with my decision making, and I feel like the city has influenced that. Like growing up here and even now, being an adult, like post school, post everything, like the light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully with the pandemic, being out again, it just made me feel more like liberated in a way. With just moving, let's say with music or things creative, like pulling the trigger on decisions and I'm not thinking as much as I used to. And it feels great, you know? Just kind of like putting stuff out there, and if it fails, I no longer care. And now it's like, at least I have a what if instead, at least I have a oh well instead of a what if. And I feel like the city inspired that. I don't know why. I have to figure that out, but that's what I feel like it led to. You know?
Thank you, audience members. We appreciate it. Audience member in the purple flannel. Is our camera still rolling?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, so wait, you went to Oneonta as well?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but like 10 years before us, right? Like you graduated.
Oh yeah, I'm old as fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. But I mean, Miltrick, thank you once again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, well, I feel bad almost, like
Why do
maybe
you feel bad?
dragging you all the way from like
Dude,
fucking
we can drive,
Staten
right?
Island.
Yeah, I drove here. I don't care. I
It's
drove
be
here.
fun.
I don't care.
What is it, like an hour? Change?
Nah, like when traffic died down, I got out of work. It was 45 minutes.
Bro, it took
Usually
me
it's
longer to
35.
get home by
Takes
train.
you, yeah.
Jamaica's
That
so
should be
big.
making fun of you then, because it took him less
I know,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Like, why'd you bring me here tonight?
There's usually bad traffic earlier on, like it can take over an hour, but no traffic at all to get to like here. It's only 35.
I know, it's great.
Now it's just 45.
It's great.
It's better at night. Like during the day, it's kind of hellish.
Yeah.
Like rush hour.
Yeah.
But no, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't work tomorrow.
Same.
Tomorrow as of now, yeah.
Unemployed.
But again, so we've been, this sounds like NYC. I think this could be the last interview of the day. But feel free to follow us on Instagram and all the social medias, YouTube, whatnot, at Sounds Like NYC for all of the news, all of the interviews with up and coming New York City creative professionals, musicians, whatever, yeah.
If anyone here wants to follow me, I will follow back. All my socials is just Miltrick, Miltrick. I will follow you back. You know, feel free. That's my artist profile on all social media. I mean, Spotify, Apple Music, just Miltrick, Miltrick, and my YouTube with videos, music, podcasts, and yeah, just Miltrick. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.